Hiya, and thanks for taking the time to watch my video. This video really is aimed at um, dealing with people in your life who might be a little bit negative, and obviously their negativity is obviously having an effect on you. Um, I understand, obviously, if you've got people around you who are negative, how this can have a really big effect on your mindset, if you like. And this video really is a little bit about what I've done in the past to try and um, um, not upset people around me, if you like, who are negative, and basically try and go forward in a positive way. Um, Negativity, especially if you're perhaps like me, you're in business and you might be trying to get something off the ground. Negativity is like a cancer. It really can start. It can really have a bad effect on you. I can remember years ago, my mum and dad. My dad was a bit like me. He was generally quite positive, but my mum would always be in his ear. Giving him like, oh, saying, Charlie, I don't think that'll work. And that, I'm looking back on it, and my dad even said to me, it stopped him doing things. It stopped him um, um, having a go at something. What springs to mind years ago, he was going to buy a builder's merchants with a flat above, and it meant him borrowing a bit of money. And my mum said, "No, child, Charlie, don't. I don't think you should do that." It really got in his ear, and he used to joke. He used to joke with me sometimes. He used to say like, "Your mum, her middle name's Mockers," because she'd put him off anything. But looking back at that property. We drove past it 3 or 4 years later, and that place had been done all up. They were doing roofing there and all these different things, and that place, it was buzzing, and it would have worked. It would have worked, but that little bit of negativity, he obviously allowed it to creep in, and he obviously he didn't buy it. But this, like I say, this getting off the subject a bit. This really is about, if you're looking to do something with your life, looking to perhaps build up a business or anything in your life, you need to stop letting these people who are in your immediate circle having an effect on you. Yeah, I mean, I've watched videos, all about negativity, and they say that you need to surround yourself with positive people. Well, that's all right if you've got positive people in your life, but I understand what they're getting at. You know, um, you need to put yourself in situations where you're going to meet more positive people. It might be that, if you're thinking about doing a small business, that you perhaps go to a local networking meeting in your area. Now, the good thing about doing that is you're hopefully going to meet people that are thinking the same way you are, and that's going to give you a bit more positivity. Do you know what I mean? There's so many people in life that are going to bring you down. I've had times in my life, where I've been, if you like, negative, and I thought, oh, I ain't gonna, and I've been negative with myself, and you end up, if you're that person, you end up getting nowhere because this country, is full of negative people, and they're the ones who are out of work. They're the ones that ain't got no money, and they're blaming it on everybody else. You cannot be around those people. I know it sounds like I'm being a bit harsh, but it's true. If you allow yourself to be amongst them people, it's going to rub off on you. I've got a daughter, lovely girl. She got involved with a kid, and it wasn't his fault, but he had bad family. And I said to her, I said, if you keep hanging around in a sewer, you're going to get covered in, I can't say I use it, but you're going to get covered in shite, basically. So, negativity is just the same. It's just like, you've got to get away from them people and be in a situation where you're amongst like-minded, motivated people. And it's so true. Yeah, they say that if you associate with people on a high level, you want to aspire to reach their level. You don't want to be going the other way. Yeah, so look for ways that you can build your circle of influence. Really, that's all. That's to me, that's the biggest way of beating negativity. And if you have got someone, it could be a partner who's going in your ear. Don't do that. Don't try that. Be firm. Without having a row, you need to be firm with them and say, look, I'm gonna do this. I'm pretty sure this idea is gonna work. Can you please stop being negative about it? You ain't got to have a row about it, but just say, I need for you to help me. Don't keep going in my ear because it's like someone's taking little nips out of you because that's what negativity is. If you've got enough people around you, you've got a negative person there, another negative one there. They're taking little nips out of your belief, and you've got to take it away. You really have. Exercise. Diet, anything that can make your own physical being stronger. That is hopefully gonna push that negativity away. And hopefully, and it does happen. I've had times in my life where things have been going really good, if you like, and it does when things are really going really good, and then people start seeing you doing all right. All of a sudden, their negativity starts to diminish a little bit. Yeah, positivity breeds positivity. Yeah. Now, that ain't to say that you start telling everyone around you, oh, you've got to do this and you've got to do that, because then you just end up having a row. But, if you've got someone, my daughter springs to mind. She suffers a bit with her mental health and all that, and sometimes I do it all the wrong way. I say to her, you've got to stop, keep talking about and being like that. But you've got to do it. You've got to say that, but say it in a nice way. I've recently said to her, let's go. Let's go out in the garden. Let's sit with the dogs, or let's go for a walk with the dogs. You're bringing them out of their negativity without actually saying to her, stop being negative. Yeah, because there's nothing worse if someone's feeling a bit down. You telling them, oh, you got to snap out of it. Yeah, so it's all about training yourself to be more positive. Even I've been looking at affirmations, telling yourself that everything's okay and that you're positive about what you're doing and that everything's going to be all right. Because you need to start believing it, and if you can believe it and you can put that over to yourself, even look at I know it sounds silly, but look in the mirror and say, look, I'm going to do this. I'm going to succeed at this. This is my business. Be strong with yourself. And like I say, without obviously going on about it, if you've got people who are in your circle of friends who are negative, you've really got to, um, perhaps spend less time with that person. Perhaps obviously if it's a friend and you don't want to obviously hurt their feelings, but you need to look at the effect that these people are having on your mind, because your mind is, it's soaking up everything that everyone says around you. Yeah, sometimes I watch the news and I think that the news gets me down sometimes. I see all the things that are horrible going on in the world and it brings you down. Perhaps don't spend so much time watching the news. Perhaps spend a bit more time reading a book on self-help. You've just got to surround yourself with these little bits of information and anything that's affecting you that and you know what's making you feel good and what's not making you feel good. Well, the things that are not making you feel good, remove those and put the good things back in their place. And then you should, hopefully, um, start becoming more positive. And I'm telling you, positivity is like a drug. Yeah, I've had times in my life when I've been doing really well, and the money's been flowing, and it's almost like, the money, everything's falling down on you. Um, I act like money's the most important thing in my life. It ain't. I'll be the first person to admit that. But everyone knows if you're doing well and your business is doing well and the money's coming your way, and you've got no worries at home, all these good things make positivity. In your family. I've had times in my life when money's been an issue, and it makes you feel negged out. So you need to look at ways of improving that. You need to start finding these solutions that are gonna, solve your problem. I go on about YouTube because I do, and I ain't just saying it because I'm on it. YouTube's brilliant. There ain't no reason why anyone should be ignorant about anything. 100 years ago, if you was born into, you was born into poverty and you had nothing, well, there was really nothing you could do about it. But this is the, this is the 21st century. Yeah, there ain't no reason. No one's stopping you. No one is stopping you getting out of the situation you're in. Yeah, you need to knuckle down. Say to yourself, I'm not going to be negative. I'm not going to allow anybody to make me feel negative. I am going to win. I am going to succeed. Train your mind. Watch. I've been watching lately loads of different videos, motivational videos. Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn. There's another guy, and I can't think of his name, but they're brilliant. You're all you've got to do is brainwash yourself into being successful. Keep doing the things that successful people do, yeah, and keep believing in yourself. And like I say, this is about negativity. When you've got negativity around you, try and turn your head off. Try and turn your mind off to it. Just say to yourself, yeah, okay, this person's having a bit of a rough time, but I am not this person. Don't tune in to what they're saying all the time about, the economy's this and something's that. It's the same for everyone. Whether you've got money, whether you haven't got money, yeah, the economy is the same. Yeah, it's just you've just got to learn to cope with it. Yeah, learn to train yourself to not let it bring you down. Because I tell you what, negativity. I've had times in my life when I felt, things ain't been working out, and it's difficult. But when you're feeling that way, you need to say, right, I'm gonna do, every day, an hour every day. I'm gonna train my mind. I'm gonna train my mind to be more positive. I'm gonna start looking for answers. You know, if you've got an hour, you can spend an hour moaning about your business, an hour moaning about your life, an hour moaning that you've got no money, or you can say, do you know what? I'm going to use this hour. If you ain't got no money, perhaps put a few things on eBay. Whatever. Don't sit and let your negativity or someone else's negativity burn up your valuable time. Yeah? I hope this has been of help. I really do. And please, if you can, um, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe. Or if or even share this video, because I'm trying to make a difference. I don't know whether any of my videos will, but it's something that I'm quite interested in. Personal development. I think it's the way forward. Not many people seem to want to help you these days. So I think sometimes if you can watch a video or read a book, do you know what I mean? It's a good thing. Train your mind. I hope this has been of help, and I hope to see you on my next video. Thank you very much.